I'm not giving away my Fourth Amendment right to go into the people's building. Welcome everyone. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations, and I am in front of the Margaret Morton Government Center, which is the Bridgeport, City of Bridgeport, Connecticut Government Center. And now recently, it turns out, 3 of Joe Ganim's staffers are being investigated for criminal conduct during the 2019 primary. So I'm going to ask Mayor Ganim comment on this and what's going on. And here we are. So we're going to go in and let us proceed. Now look at this giant red flag right here. All weapons are prohibited on this premises. All guests are required to sign in and provide ID. That is a violation of my Fourth Amendment right and every human being's Fourth Amendment right, that they are not required by any stretch to do this. Let's proceed in here.
She just locked the door, so you better go this way.
Thank you.
Right.
Why did she hold on? Why did she lock the door?
Not sure. She just came and locked the door.
Wow, so the doors were open and some woman just came and locked the doors.
Yeah.
Thank you. So listen to that, they actually locked the doors on us here.
Where you guys going?
Hi, Harry.
Disclaimer.
All references to mobster or mob do not refer to any known, unknown, or suggested links between Mayor Ganim and an organized group or other criminals. It is based on his proven mobster-like behavior, criminal convictions, 7 years in prison for racketeering and corruption. We do not support any candidate in the upcoming Bridgeport, Connecticut mayoral election.
Video correction. Ganim's name was mispronounced as Ganim. We don't respect him enough to care. For your reference, it's Ganim. For mobster mayor. Present a valid municipal, state, or federal form of identification to be issued, a visitor pass, which shall be displayed.
May I see your papers?
I'm not giving away my Fourth Amendment right to go into the people's building.
Your papers, please.
Permission to come into the people's building. This is completely wrong.
You can read, right?
But you see your tongue, you can read right? That's not very professional. That's not very kind. It's not very welcoming, is it? I mean, is it? I mean, that's a question. That's why I have a laugh in my voice, because I'm trying to be friendly, while also criticizing at the same time.
I see that.
So,
Very good at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But when you say...
Must took a lot of practice. So you can read this,
Yeah, but this is
and
not-
while you read this, I'll be calling the police department.
Why would you call the police department?
Once you read that, you'll
So you
figure it
understand
out.
this is a free country. This is not...
Yeah.
This is not like some mob state. I don't understand. You know, the mayor went to prison for 7 years
Yeah.
for mob-related...
Yep.
For...
So,
that's
so
why
here's all
people...
this.
But people call
Here's
them...
all this, and I'm calling the police department.
Why would you call the police? This is the First Amendment? Wow.
I got a question, excuse me. I got a question about the sign. Excuse me. Why are you ignoring me? I'm literally asking you a question, you're a security guard. Look at this. They locked all these people out. Mayor Ganim. This is the experience that he has created for we the people. It's locked down, locked out, locked up. Which he's been all of those things in his life. And it's Leroy Truth Investigations. So let him know I'm here to get his comments on the allegations that there is election intimidation already happening with mail-in ballots. All right, and if you're a mute, then who do I need to talk with, since you are obviously not someone capable of helping? Who else is there that can inform the mayor that I am here, Mayor Ganim, and I am here to get a comment on that?
Officer Vickens was labeled Goon Vickens because he's basically like some mobster enforcer, indistinguishable, right? Just do whatever he's told. No, the sergeant said, no questions asked, arrest him. I mean, that's pretty wild. It really doesn't, it's not a high quality organization in that situation.
No. And that is a perfect example when Joe Burns was arrested. Every officer needs to know why they're arresting someone. Oh, why? Because he wants to see the mayor, and the mayor's have been ignoring him for months and months so he can get help. They arrested him, not once, but twice. And coincidentally, they arrested him the day after my interview with him came out, revealing the truth about Mayor Ganim's government. And he was arrested the day after my video comes out for a threat they claimed happened a month before that. And somehow they didn't feel their life was threatened day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. The day after my video comes out, as retaliation, apparently, Joe Burns is arrested for a second time. He was victimized. His pleas for help were criminalized by Mayor Ganim and the police department here and his staff. Completely unacceptable. We're not authorized to open the door.
That is true. They lock the door because we bring cameras and questions in. If you bring cameras and questions, they will lock the door.
Right, cameras and questions. I love that phrase. And they literally, we the people are locked out of we the people's building right here. And then we have the security guard here who's browsing the web, probably doing the latest TikTok dance. Now he's on his phone.
The mayor was in prison for 7 years. Look it up. Lobster. Like.
Yes, you heard that correctly. That is not a teenager saying, "What's up, man?" That is, believe it or not, a grown adult who's supposed to be professional. Unacceptable communication skills. Where do they find these people? Bridgeport has not improved their hiring standards from when Joe Burns visited.
The mayor's office.
Unless you have an appointment, you can't go up there.
We need to call him then, because I've been trying for a month to get an appointment.
Well, I don't need to do anything.
Blocking someone on top of an escalator is very dangerous. A high-quality organization would fire this man immediately.
I have a sign. What does that mean? Restricted area. Why can't we the people go upstairs? And what is upstairs?
Self-explanatory.
Why are you being so incredibly rude and condescending? No, it's not self-explanatory. It says notice restricted area.
Read. Obviously, you read it.
Excuse me. What is up there?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. So you shouldn't be working here with an IQ as low as that you don't know what actually is up on the second floor.
Stairs right there.
All right, so I can go up the stairs. Why?
You're not authorized.
Why do you have to be authorized to go into we the people's building? Take a look at this. Actually, this is more appropriate like this.
He is upside down.
Because it is upside down. Upside down, this is backwards government. Opposite of freedom, right here. Right here. Do not delete that video. He has taken our video with his personal cell phone, and now I will be FOIA requesting that from the security guard. And if you delete that, that is a crime. And we just want to make sure that this is a fair and balanced election.
Yeah, I just believe in transparency.
Thank you.
Bingo. It makes no difference whatsoever.
You want to identify yourself, but you want everyone else to.
Yes, because you're a public employee. You're a public servant. You serve me.
Oh,
I am your
you pay
master.
taxes here.
I am your
You're my
master.
boss.
We the people are your
my
boss. Yes, I am your boss. And so with that servant, tell me
Servant.
what is up there.
Racial, right? Racial, right? I'm your servant.
Your IQ, you are showing your IQ to be lower and lower, and that you would read into that being racial is insane. And what is up there that you are restricting the free access of we the people? His IQ keeps getting lower. Like every second, this guy's IQ keeps getting lower and lower. And of course, he doesn't know what's up there, and now he doesn't speak. So what use are you? Would you? I'll tell you what. On camera, would you tender your resignation since you are not serving we the people? Yeah. If he's done nothing wrong, he has nothing to fear, right? The truth will always bear scrutiny of the light. Real simple. You're fireman? God bless you.
Thank you for
You're
your
a
service.
man, you and your colleagues run into buildings when police run away from them. I acknowledge you and I thank you for your service.
I know it's nuts.
Yeah, you're brave. That takes courage. I appreciate you. Thank you.
So that sign does nothing. So it's an anti-Second Amendment sign, right to keep and bear arms. And it only stops people who wouldn't hurt anyone anyway.
Because people are apathetic. So many people out and get into politics. But politics gets involved with every single one of you, whether you are involved or not.
Do you know why why does the mobster mayor hide from the people? Do you know why okay, I want to be in frame. Do you know why the so-called mobster mayor, the guy who did 7 years in prison for racketeering and other crimes, why he hides from the people? He's like the Wizard of Oz. He appears to have a deep hatred for the democratic process, for transparency. No, keep it on. Keep it on.
Yeah, see, he doesn't want the truth. He's afraid to. Policies, they have the policy enforcers hey, ready to protect, proud to serve Mayor Ganim, not we the people. So isn't that quite a combination, which they did on purpose, of course. Ready to violate your rights, my rights. The time is 3:46 p.m. And so look at what they're doing to we the people. What do they want to hide here? And any visitor from China who wants to, perhaps, if they're missing the old days of the Chinese Communist Party, hey, I want to get a little taste of that. I know where to go. I'm going to go to the Bridgeport, Connecticut Government Center, run by your very own dictator, ex-felon, mobster Mayor Joe Ganim. And look, there are people behind me. They are not able to get in to do their business. Yeah, this is just absolutely disgusting behavior.
Security guy, he let him do anything.
Now, look, the security guy is there. He kept getting dumber by the minute. Every time I asked him a question, he had less information until he just stopped talking. So what good is he?
Your papers, please.
Welcome, everyone. I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations, and I am in front of the Margaret Morton Government Center, which is the Bridgeport, City of Bridgeport, Connecticut Government Center. And we're going to talk with Mayor Ganim and see what he has to say about how Joe Burns got arrested twice. Once for trying to see him, and people were ignoring Joe Burns for months, and he was begging for help. Mayor Joe Ganim, who you may know from a previous video, ex-felon, did 7 years in prison for crimes he committed while he was mayor previously of Bridgeport, Connecticut, somehow gets reelected. 4 years ago, there was grave concern that there was tampering with the election results, of which he won the primary by less than 300 votes, and a judge said there were, in fact, improprieties that he found in the election process, but not enough to redo the election. And now recently, it turns out, 3 of Joe Ganim's staffers are being investigated for criminal conduct during the 2019 primary. So I'm going to ask Mayor Ganim comment on this and what's going on. And here we are. So we're going to go in and let us proceed. Now look at this giant red flag right here. All weapons are prohibited on this premises. All guests are required to sign in and provide ID. That is a violation of my Fourth Amendment right and every human being's Fourth Amendment right, that they are not required by any stretch to do this. Let's proceed in here.
She just locked the door, so you better go this way.
Thank you.
All right.
Why did she hold on? Why did she lock the door?
Not sure. She just came and locked the door.
Wow, so the doors were open and some woman just came and locked the doors.
Yeah.
Thank you. So listen to that, they actually locked the doors on us here.
Where you guys going?
Hi, Harry.
Where you headed?
We're Garrett. Very suspicious.
Excellent. All right. And here we go. We have probate court here.
So, you heard my question.
Yeah, I heard your question.
Where are you headed?
Yeah, but you have a very aggressive tone. It's very odd. I'm like, it was a loaded question. Where am I going? I mean, it's a free country, right?
You can read, right?
But you see your tone, you can read, right?
Right.
That's not very professional. That's not very kind.
Right.
It's not very welcoming, is it? I mean, is it? I'm asking you a question. That's why I have a laugh in my voice, because I'm trying to be friendly, while also criticizing at the same time.
I see that.
So-
You're very good at that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But when you say,
Must took a lot of practice. So you can read this,
Yeah, but this is
and
also-
while you read this, I'll be calling the police department.
why would you call the police department?
Once
Because-
you read that, you'll
So you
figure it out.
understand this is a free country. This is not.
Yeah.
This is not like some mob state. I understand. You know, the mayor went to prison for 7 years
Yeah.
for mob-related
Yep.
That's why people.
This.
But people call them.
Here's all this, and I'm calling the police department.
Why would you call the police? This is the First Amendment. Why would you call? I don't even. Wow. This is crazy.
And we have this here, notice restricted area, authorized personnel only. Now, how can they restrict this area? And we have a flag. Like, what a desecration of the flag this is. Right here, we have a flag that's supposed to represent freedom and that our constitutional rights are protected, especially in government buildings, by government employees, by Mayor Ganim, by the staffers, by anyone else who would be employed here. This is supposed to be a symbol of freedom. But apparently, the amendments don't apply here. Our freedoms don't apply here. The Constitution doesn't apply here. I got a question, excuse me. I got a question about the sign. Excuse me. Why are you ignoring me? I'm literally asking you a question, you're a security guard. Look at this, Mayor Ganim's town hall. Literally ignored me. Is that how we the people are supposed to be treated by the public servants? Hey, hello there. Why did you lock the doors on us? Excuse me. Why did you lock the doors on us? Those two women said you locked the doors on us. Why did you lock the doors on us so we couldn't get in the building? This is insane. Why did you lock the doors on us? It looks like she also put this as closed. Office closes daily at 4:30 p.m. Here's the time. The time is 3:46 p.m. And so look at what they're doing to we the people. What do they want to hide here? This is disgusting. The lack of transparency.
There's a safety sign here. So anyone who is thinking of hurting anybody, you can't. They put up a sign. So
The Second Amendment, in other words, the Second Amendment is null and void here.
only for people who want to follow that. Anyone else could just walk right past.
Of course, it is illegal to hurt people, and everything we're doing is peaceful, of
The
course.
sign makes it impossible.
Yeah.
So all law-abiding citizens, you can't bring a self-defense device.
Look at this. And we just want to go in and we want to talk to the mayor. And we already have been ignored by the security guard over there. And we've been ignored by whoever this is. Is this Wanda, maybe? This may be Wanda, possibly, the woman who lied on a previous video when Joe Burns visited the town hall. And this is not transparency we see here. This is literally, they shut the doors. They locked the doors on us. We the people. Number one, purpose. Absolute lie. Visitors pass is required. With a scheduled appointment, shall present a valid municipal, state, or federal form of identification to be issued, a visitor pass, which shall be displayed.
May I see your papers?
I'm not giving away my Fourth Amendment right to go into the people's building.
Your papers, please.
Permission to come into the people's building. This is completely wrong. Why did you ignore me before? I have a question for you. What's your name? What's your name? I can't read it. What is your name?
I can't talk to the media.
I'm simply we the people. I'm just I'm not
Part of the media?
I am documenting my interactions with public officials, of which you are one of them, and you absolutely can talk to me. So this is Garrett.
So what's your name?
Garrett, I don't have to give it because
you don't have to give
I'm
it.
a private person. You're a
Oh.
public employee. There's a big
Oh,
difference.
okay.
Garrett Waddell. Looks like Garrett Waddell, and he was the incredibly rude security person. I have a sign. What does that mean? Restricted area. Why can't we the people go upstairs? And what is upstairs?
Self-explanatory.
Why are you being so incredibly rude and condescending? No, it's not self-explanatory. It says notice
It's not?
restricted area.
Read. Obviously you read it.
Excuse me. What
Excuse me,
what is up there?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. So you shouldn't be working here with an IQ as low as that you don't know what actually is up on the second floor.
There's stairs right there.
All right, so I can go up the stairs. Why?
You're not out there.
Why do you have to be authorized to go into we the people's building? This is taxpayer funded building.
Oh, do you live here?
That's a policy.
You live here?
That is a policy.
You live here?
policies don't apply to me,
You must
we the people.
Oh, okay.
Whether I live here is irrelevant.
Why not?
It makes no
You don't
difference.
pay taxes here.
It makes no difference whether I live here. I'm not saying I do or I don't. It makes no difference whatsoever.
You don't want to identify yourself,
Oh, so
but you want everyone else to.
yes, because you are a public employee. You're a public servant. You serve me.
Oh,
I am
so
your
you pay
master.
taxes here.
I am your
You're my
master.
boss.
We the people are your
my
boss. Yes, I am your boss. And so
nice.
with that servant, tell me
Oh, servant.
what is up there.
That's racial, right?
What is
I'm your servant.
are you your IQ? You are showing your IQ to be lower and lower, and that you would read into that being racial is insane. And what is up there that you are restricting the free access of we the people? His IQ keeps getting lower. Like every second, this guy's IQ keeps getting lower and lower. And first, he doesn't know what's up there, and now he doesn't speak. So what use are you? Would you? I'll tell you what. On camera, would you tender your resignation since you are not serving we the people? I just want simple, basic information about what is restricted here. Why is this restricted?
You can Google it.
And what would happen if myself or any other member who's a free American goes up these stairs?
I'll call the police and you get arrested, right?
For what? You have a chance to make your case of socialism or fascism or whatever you're playing here in the city of Bridgeport. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is simply disgusting. This person is paid by the tax dollars of we the people, yet he treats we the people with such disdain and condescension. It is just absolutely disgusting.
Follow any orders that a felon mayor gives you. The guy did 7 years for a mobster-like behavior, and you don't take any orders he gives you.
I know that's a good point.
This guy's an anti-American man, in my opinion. He doesn't like freedom.
No, that's a very good point. I haven't done any time in federal prison, yet he is apparently protecting someone who is an ex-felon when I'm just a free American who wants to come in here and do the people's business. Now, this person may be named Wanda. She has run away. And what are they hiding? And what is it that you said at one point, Scalzo? And Scalzo, one of the things you said at one point was, if they have nothing to hide.
If you have nothing to hide, what do we do? Why all the restrictions?
Right. I mean, this is absolutely crazy.
And they're criminals. The mayor's literally a criminal. He's a felon. So they have a criminal mentality. That's what they have.
This is the most non-transparent place I have ever been to in all my years. For them to say they are the only ones deemed worthy of accessing we the people's building is a major problem. Now I know Mayor Ganim is up in a primary election, which he supposedly won the last one.
Locked out. Look at this. And we're not going to open it because that would be a
Oh no, look, they locked all these people out. We're not authorized to open the door.
That is true. They lock the door because we bring cameras and questions in. If you bring cameras and questions, they will lock the door.
Right, cameras and questions, I love that phrase. And they literally, we the people are locked out of we the people's building right here.
We'll stand to the side a little bit so they don't even accuse us of blocking the path, which we're not.
Now, we're not blocking any path, which we would not do, but they are not even able to get into the building yet because that front desk person, maybe Wanda, has locked the building.
Many people use the term mobster mayor. I've heard that before. It's so obvious.
There is no government transparency at all. Literally, this feels like I am in communist China now. I think,
Not that bad, just East Germany.
no, communist China.
No, just East Germany.
No. Communist China. And North Korean government would love coming to the Bridgeport, Connecticut government center. We are treated like non-people. Look, there are people behind me. They are not able to get in to do their business because, again, I don't know her name definitively, but it may be Wanda.
Wanda Cheryl. Cheryl Wanda?
Yeah, she changed her name. I lied about her name. Yeah, this is just absolutely disgusting behavior.
Security guy, he's not even doing anything.
Now, look, the security guy is there. No, he kept getting dumber by the minute. Every time I asked him a question, he had less information until he just stopped talking. So what good is he? He should not be here. Mayor Ganim. This is the experience that he has created for we the people. It's locked down, locked out, locked up. Which he's been all of those things in his life.
I guarantee this mayor took full advantage of the COV-D. I think we can say the word nowadays. I'm not sure.
Well, we don't know if he did or not, but possibly.
I can guarantee it. Authoritarians love to use.
But we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
Those are my opinion.
Yeah, it's a question.
Authoritarian-like.
I'll call it a question. And however, here we are. And now where did the people go? Did they give up? They wanted to come into their government building, my government building, and that disgusting security guard. He was like, "What do you live here? You live here?" It's irrelevant whether I live here or not. Oh, ma'am, you can go.
You pay sales
You're
tax.
not. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you're welcome. Enjoy a great day.
Because
And he kept asking, "Do you live here? Do you live here?" Well, whether I live here is irrelevant. It's irrelevant whether I live here or not. I have a right as a free American, as any human being does in our country, in our world. And any visitor from China who wants to perhaps, if they're missing the old days of the Chinese Communist Party, hey, I want to get a little taste of that. I know where to go. I'm going to go to the Bridgeport, Connecticut Government Center, run by your very own dictator, ex-felon, mobster Mayor Joe Ganim.
So-called mobster mayor. Now, I hope when you paid sales taxes for the gas, none of that went to Bridgeport. I hope they're not going to take any of that. We're going to go to a restaurant later. Do not take any of those sales taxes to Bridgeport. I have a feeling they might take a few pennies here and there.
Yeah, maybe.
And first of all, I think many people don't pay taxes and they're still citizens because they may pay taxes one day, right? They may run for office one day. Every citizen is a potential elected official, right?
There could be.
Since Leroy Truth and Sean Long Island Audit of Long Island Audit came here, they decided to spruce up their authoritarianism and anti-American restrictions. They love that here.
Yeah, this is absolutely crazy. But look at right next to this, authoritarian, unconstitutional requirements that they have created as policies. They have the policy enforcers, hey, ready to protect, proud to serve Mayor Ganim, not we the people. So isn't that quite a combination, which they did on purpose, of course. Policy enforcers. Look, this just came out in the news. Connecticut Post, September 2nd, 2023. The police said Bridgeport councilman under investigation for incident at rival campaign headquarters. This is right before the primary, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. Actually, this is more appropriate like this.
He is upside down.
Because it is upside down. Upside down, this is backwards government. Opposite of freedom, right here. Right here. This is from the Connecticut Insider, dated August 31st, 2023. Free tied to Joe Ganim's 2019 Bridgeport mayoral campaigns, the primary campaign, recommended for criminal charges. Do not delete that video. He has taken our video with his personal cell phone, and now I will be FOIA requesting that from the security guard. And if you delete that, that is a crime.
There's cameras all over this building.
Oh yeah, let's do a count. Let's see how many cameras do we have? Let's take a look. Now, registration of voters is here. Oh look, it has become open. It was closed before, but it is now open. And that Wanda person looks like she had closed it, when it clearly says it's open daily until 4:30. Marriage license is issued until 4 p.m. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you to go anywhere other than Bridgeport, Connecticut, as long as Mayor Ganim is in office, to do anything. The lack of transparency is just really, really terrible.
You know why does the mobster mayor hide from the people? You know why okay, I want to be frank. Do you know why the so-called mobster mayor, the guy who did 7 years in prison for racketeering and other crimes, why he hides from the people? He's like the Wizard of Oz. He appears to have a deep hatred for the democratic process, for transparency. No, keep it on. Keep it on.
Yeah, see, he doesn't want the truth. He's afraid too.
Keep it on.
And by the way, I'm here to actually get some comments from the mayor on the allegations of people already being intimidated to vote for him So I like to go see him now. Can you let him know that I'm here? And it's Leroy Truth Investigations.
Leroy Truth, that's Leroy, Truth, as in truth.
TRUTH, which they know nothing about here, of course.
Yeah.
So let him know I'm here to get his comments on the allegations that there is election intimidation already happening with mail-in ballots. All right, and if you're a mute, then who do I need to talk with, since you are obviously not someone capable of helping? Who else is there that can inform the mayor that I am here, Mayor Ganim, I am here to get a comment on that? I didn't get comments on these newspaper articles right here. Now, have you seen these, by the way? Right here.
See, if I was the mayor, I'd come down there right away and say, welcome to your taxpayer-funded building. And I want to, taxes are paid in all sorts of ways. There's property taxes, there's sales taxes as well. So sales taxes are also given to Bridgeport. So when we go to a restaurant, when we buy gas, so on and so forth, it goes to the state of Connecticut as well as towns, cities, so on and so forth. And every citizen is a potential elected official. That's important. So a lot of these guys like Ganim, so-called mobster mayors, they don't like democracy. They view it as just like a tool to get into office. It's really sad. And you can't really take this organization too seriously. You really can't.
And here we see the security guard cruising the web on taxpayer dollars right here.
No standards.
And he's cruising the web.
When you get paid off by government, this is how you act. Start this video.
Yeah, look what he's looking at here too. You can see it.
Go to LeroyTruth.com, LeroyTruth.com, or go to YouTube, that's Leroy Truth Investigations. You can see the last video about the mayor.
If you want to learn the truth, go to Leroy Truth Investigations.
I took an image of Vickens, Officer Vickens, and I put the
hello there.
the communist hammer and sickle.
Good, brother. How are you?
What can you do here?
The communists from I don't know what they are.
Oh, good. All right. And how are they doing? Are they helping you out? Or?
Yeah, very well. Very nice and swift.
You work here too?
No, no.
All right. What are your thoughts on this? That you can't go, like the people can't go up to the people's building?
It's the Wizard of Oz.
I don't know, man.
Because we're here to get comment of some possible already election fraud and election intimidation of mail-in ballots for this primary coming up.
My father always told me to stay out of politics, man. That's what I did.
Well, I totally hear you, but you're a person, you're an American who lives here. Do you have any comment on that?
Stay out of politics? Does politics stay out of you?
Yeah.
No. Politics gets involved in every aspect of our life.
Yeah. Hey, hello there. Do you know why the building is locked? Why people can't get in?
I do not, sir.
Who can I talk with who can open it up? Because the people can't get in. They keep knocking.
Call in the mayor's office.
I'll try.
Well, why isn't there a receptionist here to help us? We want to see the mayor right now. Can you tell the mayor we're here? You can't go up there and you work here? That's crazy. I would give you, in fact, I can give you access because it's free. We're the people. We the people can give you access to We the People's building. This is insane. She doesn't have access, and she's one of the government employees here, and she doesn't have access.
It just shows if I can use an insult, can we insult the government?
Well, I'm going to ask you a question first. You asked the question, can you or can we insult the government? And there's something called what? Amendment.
Nice fuzzy feelings?
Well, the First Amendment. That specifically allows you to.
That's different. That allows all sorts of things.
Right.
All sorts of words and expressions and sayings.
Well, literally, it is deserted, ladies and gentlemen. It is completely deserted from any reception, any human beings. The people are locked out. Are locked out of the. And people have been. What's that?
Become invisible. Go.
And people literally have not been able to get into the building. It's been basically put on lockdown because of a journalist wanting to get the truth directly from Mayor Joseph Ganim. Before we even came into the building, because someone, probably this Wanda person, if that's her name, because she saw we had cameras, she locked the building down. Hey, hello there. Can I get a comment about this article in the Connecticut newspaper? And I'm Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations. And we did a story on Bridgeport and Bridgeport corruption and looking for transparency. And can I get a comment on this as the mayor's running for election again?
They must be employees, huh?
A lot of scared people here. And why are they so scared? That would be a very interesting question. Hey, hello there. Can I get a comment on this headline in this article in reference to the election that's coming up?
Oh, no, thank you.
What did you work here? What did
No, I'm a
Fire?
fireman.
you're a fireman? God bless you.
Thank you.
You're a man. You and your colleagues run into buildings when police run away from them. So I acknowledge you and I thank you for your
I know
service.
it's nuts.
Yeah, you're brave. That takes courage.
All right, take
I
care,
appreciate you. Thank you. Can you ask, what's her name? Is her name Wanda?
Yes.
Can you ask her to come out? We have questions. We want to see the mayor, and I want her to call up. Like a ghost town.
See, this should be a more welcoming place. They should say, hey, come in, express ideas. There should be booths set up here for sharing ideas.
And here's the thing. No one greeted us.
The first thing the goon said was, what are you here for? Where are you going? It's like, not, hi, welcome. Welcome aboard.
We were greeted with defensiveness, not openness. This government, is that acceptable to you, we the people? And you have a right to redress your government. Always peacefully, always peacefully, always peacefully. We work within the rule of law and use the law to get our results. Always peacefully, always peacefully. And we always have a right to peacefully redress any government that exists in the United States. And if you don't feel that government is representing we the people and representing the ideals of a democratic nation, then you have a right to call, you have a right to email, you have a right to visit, and let your feelings and thoughts and ideas be known, candidly, directly, with respect, always peacefully. This is what the sign needs to be. Right here. And this sign needs to be. This. Right here. That's what the sign needs to be. And to be super clear, I did not place it upon the tripod and just hold it in front of it.
Hold it next to it, so I can read both. Let's get the contrast. So
We got notice restricted area because what is he hiding? What is he hiding? Restricted. Can't have access. No one will even talk to us so they can call and let us know we're here. This is disgusting.
basically, it's a restricted area to protect feelings and to promote anti-democratic realities.
Right. And then we have the security guard here who's browsing the web, probably doing the latest TikTok dance. Now he's on his
The
phone.
mayor went to prison for 7 years. Look it up. Lobster. Like.
Yes, you heard that correctly. That is not a teenager saying, "What's up, man?" That is, believe it or not, a grown adult who's supposed to be professional. Unacceptable communication skills.
And he's playing on his phone, all on taxpayers' dime.
Is there anything that could be done to make this a more open environment? Because it's really just to protect the mayor's image. It's not really about physical safety. You know what I mean? Because if it was about physical safety, there'd be like a physical barrier. So the sign just stops people from expressing opinions to the mayor. It stops people from talking to the mayor. It stops people from being involved in democracy and part of a free society. It basically, for example, I can tell you're probably an anti-Second Amendment guy. The sign that there says no firearms, no weapons, that only stops law-abiding citizens. Anyone who actually wanted to hurt someone here will just walk right in, right? So that sign does nothing. So it's an anti-Second Amendment sign, right to keep and bear arms. And it only stops people who wouldn't hurt anyone anyway. But he's willing to, he'll follow any policy no matter what. He'll stop people from hurt feelings. He doesn't care.
Yep. And also, see the security guard behind us? And we'll get you his name again. There are two types of people, I said when I came here. There's a conformist who will do whatever they are told regardless of what is right. And there's a moralist who will do what is right regardless of what they are told. That is not that person. Because people are apathetic. So many people ought to get into politics. But politics gets involved with every single one of you, whether you are involved or not. They make the laws. They call the police. They adjudicate the sentences. So politics, when you or anyone say you're not involved in politics, politics is always involved in you.
Uh-oh, oh no.
Oh no, are they closed?
They better not be.
It says open till 4:30.
Yeah.
It better be open.
I'm just gonna buzz this man. I see people. I've already gone, I have to fly out Friday.
But they gotta open it. It
I
says
know.
it's only 3:30 and it says open until 4:30.
And I lost my license tubing.
Oh no.
It's in my pocket.
Hello there. And what office is this? This is the Vital Records office? Okay, I didn't. What's that?
My luck with losing the license and oh my God. And then I couldn't get an appointment to get a copy because you have to still do appointments now. Then everybody keeps telling me you're not going to get on the plane with paper. I'm like, oh my God.
No, you need your license. Yeah.
I have an old one, but it expired.
If it's expired, yeah, they won't count it.
They'll count it if it's only a year old.
All right. Is it more than a year old or?
Yes.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
why I'm here for my birth certificate, and I have a copy of the new one that I got.
Oh, good.
A piece of paper from DMV. If I don't get on this flight, I'll never fly again, I swear.
Wow.
It was so cheap, and it's costing me so much to get
Well, what was so cheap?
the flight.
Where are you going to?
Florida.
I love Florida.
I never get there.
Well, it's hot there. They don't have any AC here,
It's
apparently.
so hot here, too. Hi.
Can we help you?
Yeah, I called earlier. I need a copy of my birth certificate.
Do you have your ID with you?
And also, I had a question too. I'm looking for the woman who was at the front desk who locked us out before we came into the building. I wanted to talk with her. Nope. And
Nobody's at the
what's her
front
name?
desk.
I'm not sure what her name is.
Y- Is that her? Oh, you know her name at the front desk. Of course you know. Tell the truth. You know who works in the front desk.
Where'd she go? She
So
should
in
be
the
out
whole
there.
month you don't know her name? So can you get her because I want to introduce her to you. And I'm not harassing. I'm asking. I'm asking for her to bring the person out because there are people in the receptionist area who are looking for people. Yeah, I want to talk with her to find out why she locked us out. And how dare you say we're harassing? We're not harassing anybody. We're not harassing anyone. There was a woman out there, possibly named Wanda, who locked us out of the building before we even had a chance to come in. So who was at the front desk? Whoever was at the front desk, that's what I want to know, who that person is, because no one's there. There's no one else to ask. The security guard is ignoring us.
There's another lady at this door, a customer.
Here.
I don't know if you're supposed to open it.
Hey, I don't know why they locked you out here. I can't let you in though because I don't work for the town, but they literally locked us down. So I don't,
They were coming or not?
no, I don't work here. So they've locked the place down for some reason. And look at all these people here, Scalzo, and they can't get in to do their business because they locked it out. This is disgusting.
They left it now? Why? Are they?
Yeah, they locked the doors. All these other people can't get in.
Let's put it up.
And when a woman opened the door, I went in too,
Oh, like a normal person?
like a normal person.
I don't really respect those signs. I'll follow them for the time being because I'm trying to make a larger point. but they don't make any. I was explaining to the order follower goon that that sign just protects his feelings, the mayor's feelings. It doesn't protect his safety. I mean, that sign doesn't protect anyone's safety. There's nothing physically those are no physical barriers.
What makes this a restricted area? Like, why, of all places, is that a restricted area? And look at this. This is someone who works for the people. Unfortunately for you, you're going to be very famous. And not in a good way. This will not help your resume because it just shows lack of, basically, a soul. So I will pray for your eternal soul, that you become a human again. This is completely reflective of Mayor Ganim's dictatorial lockdown government. And the mayor is literally terrified of seeing us right now because the election is 5 days away. And he supposedly won the last one by less than 300 votes with over 10,000 cast. But he is terrified of the people knowing the truth and hearing it directly from his mouth of answering to these headlines from these very legitimate newspapers. All we want to know is his comment on these headlines and articles. That's it. As a member of the Free Press.
Which is everybody, every citizen.
By the way, Scalzo, I want to underline that. Who is the press?
Everybody except you, Leroy. I've decided.
Right, everyone except me.
Just you as a person.
Go ahead. And you could decide that because you must work for the Bridgeport, Connecticut government, right?
You're free.
We're waiting for 45 minutes for someone. We want to talk with Mayor Ganim about the allegations that there's already intimidation for the primaries. People are being intimidated to vote for him and not for John Gomes. And I'm simply a reporter, and people have come up to me today and said, 2019 election, it was apparently fraud in that, which a judge said. There were election irregularities. And here's the headlines I just want to get a comment on from him or anyone who's here. And now there's already allegation of election intimidation with the primary 5 days away. And he served 7 years behind bars in prison for crimes he did as he was governor. I mean, as he was mayor. So
yeah, the mayor here was a felon.
Yeah, you have. Can I get a comment from you? What are your thoughts on this?
I have no comment.
Well, do you think the mayor should meet with us to simply comment on these allegations? Since already apparently there were but there were election irregularities 2019. He won by less than 300 votes supposedly. And we just want to make sure that this is a fair and balanced election.
Yeah, I just believe in transparency.
Thank you.
Bingo.
We're easy.
Bingo. Not easy, but that was wonderful. And Mayor Ganim, unfortunately, does not believe in transparency. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here for 45 minutes, and the receptionist ran away from us. And she's not here for you either.
Yeah.
And you work here, or you're looking to do?
So I think people have good instincts. They know what's right and wrong.
They're afraid.
Sometimes it's hard to, especially if you have a paycheck on the line or reputation, it's hard to say certain things.
It shouldn't be. And the thing is, most people we talk with, a number of them, don't work for the government, but they're still afraid of the government. In Bridgeport, Connecticut. Just want Mayor Ganim to be transparent, like you heard the woman say. She believes a government should be transparent. Just the fact that the cowardly Mayor Ganim, deathly afraid of anything getting in the way of whatever his sense of momentum is between now and the primary poll September 12th. He won't do anything that will jeopardize that. However, if he's done nothing wrong, he has nothing to fear, right? The truth will always bear scrutiny of the light. Real simple.
This was a private business. Try going to a car dealership and not having, they're all over you. How can we help you? How can we help you? Let us get into a new car. What can we? They're trying to provide, they're eager to provide a service to you. Where you go into the government center and they're running away, they're hiding, they're locking doors. I hate to say that car dealership is better, but it actually is in this situation.
That's sad.
That's sad, it is.
Let's see if anyone here in the public outside of the government building will be brave enough to share their opinions.
Or based on
What if it is the purpose, though? Because you made the argument that it may not be the purpose.
If there's intentional intimidation, that is problematic.
Bingo!
Right.
That's exactly it.
But you wanna